is a quick review today of a game I'm probably going to look back on this with deep regret that I didn't spend more time with. I grew up with the Sega Master System and it was the very first console our family bought. I don't really remember why we decided to go down that avenue, but considering I was really young at the time, I'm going to go ahead here and guess that the Sega had some ads on TV that were big, had bold colours, and was edited in such a way that would make any child want to fork out ridiculous amounts of money for it.
Sega challenges you with the ultimate video games. Games that'll blow you away, like Alex Kidd in Miracle World. And coming soon, Monopoly. Knockout games like Rocky. Gangster Town. Shift into more excitement with the arcade hit Outrun. Only on the Sega system. Sega, the challenge will always be there.
I think I got it for Christmas too, but don't worry Nintendo fans, because Nintendo were making games that bigger reviewers with bigger channels hold dearly, and you can see all 30 reviews as to why Castlevania 1 is the greatest game and why its sequel, Simon's Quest, was a bucket of shit by comparison. While I missed out on a lot of that growing up, Nintendo eventually tapped into this same audience much later by offering a more interactive but far less hardcore system, the Wii. I remember playing my Sega Master System for really long periods of time, and while I can place some of the blame on my love of masturbating, I could probably attribute some of my poor eyesight to the Sega Master System. There are games that are burnt in my mind and my retinas, and this is one of them. And I'm not sure if I attribute that to how awesome this game is, or whether I just played it a lot. The game is based on the manga or anime series of the same name. Or in English, it's Fist of the North Star. Thanks, Wikipedia. While there was a Japanese porno of a similar title called Getting Fisted to the North Star, the player takes control of the martial artist named Ricky, who sets out to rescue his girlfriend Kyoto from his rival, Wang. This would be the first time I've beaten a Wang that wasn't my own. With any Sega Master System game, complexity was not really a consideration due to the availability of technology and what it was capable of. You're not going to experience an open sandbox game on a console that had less power than my phone had in 2001. It's called Black Belt, and you're a black belt. See what they did there? They set your expectations, and they were met. You can punch, kick, jump, and super jump. No super moves or anything elaborate to fall back on if you're getting your ass handed to you on such a large plate that Adam Richman from Man vs. Food got through a tenth of it and had to turn it down because it was simply too much for anyone. By that time, he had the meat sweats and the meat shakes and spent half of that non-existent episode having a healthy dosage of vomiting. You fight the plebs throughout the level with your punches and kicks, and the plebs in each level are all different, and of course they get harder with each level. On the surface, it looks like you can kick and punch till you finish the level, but aha! There is more to it than that. Where's the challenge? Where's the complexity? You have to time your punches and kicks. The controls are responsive and the music's really good for a game of its time. But I've left the best to last. It's the bosses. You get mini bosses throughout the level, which are all pretty easy and pretty fun to kick their ass. But it's the big bosses. Both the end level bosses and yourself get bigger, but everything else stays within perspective, so it doesn't feel out of place. If you know this game, you'll notice that the only levels I've managed to capture were the first 4. I'm not trying to spoil anything for anyone, but the level 4 boss is fucking hard! Harder than my morning glory after a week without letting the tires down, if you get my drift. And I didn't have the patience to sit there and beat him for the review. Look! Ugh. Ugh. Come on! Fuck! Fuck you, Oni! This game is amazing, and a must-have for anyone who still owns the Sega Master System. Some elitist prick like myself would recommend going onto eBay, Amazon, or any vendor that still sells retro video games and actually buy the cart over just downloading the 100 kilobyte file off the internet and an emulator and enjoying it that way. The Sega Master System had shitloads of great titles, and I felt that this was overlooked because anyone who has a YouTube channel with a large following is too busy getting all hot and bothered over Nintendo games, and some even target the shit ones. This review is dedicated to Brendo. As always, thank you very much for watching. Click on the TV to see the last review, and click on the name underneath the television if you'd like to subscribe.